One of the first things you'll want to do whenever you launch Chrome is to sign into Chrome. All right, you'll find the sign in option, the icon, represented here in the upper right hand corner. This generic user icon represents a Chrome session where someone has not signed into the browser. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sign in. We'll click it and then choose Turn on Sync. All right, at this point you enter your Google email address. All right, click Next, then enter your password. Okay, when you sign into Chrome, you can link your data. That is, there will be things that will be visible to you when you sign in and that data is linked. All right, that includes your Chrome browsing history, your bookmarks, and extensions. All right, so we'll go ahead and click Link Data and turn on. And here are all my bookmarks. Okay, here comes the extensions. All right, you can actually have multiple accounts connected to the Chrome browser. Here right now I just have the one that I'm using as an example, but let me go ahead and add a couple more so you can see how we switch. All right, to do this we'll click Manage People. All right, so this is my training account that I'll use whenever I do some of these videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my school account to Chrome. So let me click Add Person, and I'll just call this Alcoa Schools. Okay, you can use any of these icons that you want. I'm not going to choose any now, so I'll click Add. All right, we'll click Turn on Sync. All right, now I'll enter my school email address. Choose organization, then we want to go ahead and enter our password. Click Sign In. And link data once more. And turn on. All right, here comes those extensions here. So as you can see now, I actually have two Chrome sessions that are running at the same time. All right, this is the one for Alcoa City Schools, and this one back here is for my tech training domain. All right, I can close out of this one, and Chrome will still be running. All right, now you can easily switch back and forth from one to the next a couple different ways. All right, you can click on the user icon right here and then go back to Manage People. All right, and then click on the account that you want to join, or it's probably easier is to simply click on the People menu right here, and if I want to switch quickly to my Alcoa City Schools account, I can click that and it'll pull it right up. Okay? All right, let's move forward. Let me go ahead and get to a website. Okay, and I've got an extension enabled. I'm going to put it in whitelist mode here. I'll say a bit more about some of these later. Just so that I can have a website on the screen and demo this next feature, I'm going to go to a random article here. Okay, an article on Requena Airport. All right, so let me show you a couple things that we can do to customize Chrome. This might be beneficial for you or your students. One thing that you may need to do if your text is too small in Google Chrome, and that is to increase the size of the fonts that are displayed. You can do this a couple ways. The easiest way for me is to hold down the Command key on my keyboard. While holding it down, click the plus symbol. As you do that, each time you press the plus symbol, that will increase the size of your font. Okay? Likewise, holding down Control and the minus symbol, that will bring it back. Okay? You can also do that by clicking on the View menu, choosing either Zoom In or Zoom Out. And you can see those keyboard shortcuts there as well. Okay? You may find that Google Chrome, the interface is a little boring, right? And if that's the case, you can apply a new theme to Google Chrome. Let me show you how we do that. All right, first, let me take care of this alert here. All right, I'll enable that extension quickly. Now we see our dot menu. So I'll click on it and then go to Settings. Okay, from here, click on my hamburger menu over here on the left, and then I'll choose Appearance. Alright, so we're dealing with Chrome's appearance now. Alright, so as we can see, the very top option is called Themes. Alright, let's click on that and it'll take us to the Chrome Web Store. And there are several themes that we can choose from. Okay, some are easier on the eyes than others. Alright, so let's say I wanted a dark theme. Alright, I could choose this one right here. Let's see what happens when I click on it. Alright, I'll click on it and then I'll choose Add to Chrome. And there we go. You can see it changed the color of the user interface up here. So everything's a lot darker. Okay? So now you can stick with that, or if you come back to your settings, just like we did before. Alright, and again we are in Appearance. Alright, you can see here that the Morphean dark theme has been applied. To get it back to the way it was, simply click Reset to Default. Alright, and we're back to the way it was. To view your browsing history, click on the History menu right up here. You can quickly get to recently viewed websites here. You can get a look at your full history by choosing this option, Show Full History. Note the keyboard shortcut is Command Y. So we'll choose that. And as you can see, this is going to show me all the various websites that I've been on. Alright, and you can actually search through these if you want. Alright, and at this point you have the option to clear individually out some of these records. So let's say I didn't want a record of me searching for this particular dark theme. Alright, I could check that option, click on my dot menu over here, and then choose Remove from History. Okay. Now if you need to clear your browsing data, alright, for security or privacy reasons, click over here on the left. Alright, and then you can see there are some options here. Totally clear your browsing history for the last hour. That will also include, if these are checked, cookies and other site data and images. Now these are stored locally so that the web pages load faster. Alright, but note these options here. You can go last hour, last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 4 weeks, and all time. Okay? So to get rid of all of those records, simply click Clear Data. Alright? Now because we have last hour, it will only remove the entries and the sites that I've visited within the past hour. Okay? You also have the Advanced section over here where you can further customize what items get removed. Okay, so I'll just cancel out of that quick. If Chrome is running a little slow, or maybe your extensions aren't functioning properly, or maybe you just want to make sure that you have the latest version from Google, what you'll need to do is click on your dot menu and then go to Settings. Okay, from here on the left, click on your hamburger menu, and then you're going to want to choose About Chrome. Alright, Chrome will check to see if it's up to date, and in this case it is, so it's given me a blue check. Alright, if it wasn't up to date, you would have the option to go ahead and update it. Alright, that would require a restart though. Okay, you'll notice that I have several icons up here in my bookmarks folder bar. Alright, and I wanted to point out that these can actually be rearranged and sorted in a number of ways. Alright, one quick way to move them is to simply click and drag. Alright, see how that works? You can also move individual shortcuts into folders. Alright, so for example, if I wanted to take this particular bookmark and move it into this folder, I just drag it over the folder and then I would release. Okay? You can also click on the Bookmarks menu here, and you're going to be able to quickly see all of your bookmarks. Alright, now if you needed to manage your bookmarks, or maybe, well, how do I get these folders up here anyway? You could actually do it by just right-clicking in the bookmarks bar area and then choosing Add Folder or Add Page. Or you could do all this in the Bookmarks Manager. And to get there, click on Bookmarks and then choose Bookmark Manager. All right. This will take you to where all of your bookmarks are. You can see I've created folders over here. You can rearrange items, drag and drop them wherever you want. To remove items or create new folders, just click on your three dots over here. It's the Organize menu. All right. Add new bookmark, add new folder. All right. You can even get help here. There's a couple options. I'll say a little bit more about importing in just a minute. But should you decide to move all your bookmarks, say, to another browser, you would need to first export them, and this would be the way you do that here. Okay, let's close out of this tab. All right, speaking of importing bookmarks, let's say for some time you used a different browser, let's say Safari. All your stuff is in there, your bookmarks, your folders. You want to bring those into Chrome. Really simple to do that. All one needs to do is to click on the Chrome menu and then choose Import Bookmarks and Settings. Okay? Chrome will detect what browsers you have on your computer. In this case, it shows me that I have Safari. I also have Firefox installed. So if I wanted to bring in all my bookmarks from Safari, make sure that is selected and check this box and then click Import. It's as simple as that. Alright, if you wish to browse anonymously in Google Chrome, you can do so using incognito mode. Alright, and the way we do that is by clicking on the File menu and then choosing New Incognito Window. Alright, we'll show you what that looks like. Here it is. Now, here are some things that incognito mode will do and what it won't do. First off, Chrome won't save your browsing history, cookies, and site data or information entered in forms when you are browsing in incognito mode. All right? Now, files that you download and bookmarks you create will be kept. Okay? So even after you close out of this incognito window, if you made a bookmark, that will still appear over here. Okay? And your activity is not hidden from websites you visit, your school, or your internet service provider. All right, so you're always leaving a trace, and that's done through IP addresses. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, now where this is useful is if you needed to, let's say, access a student's account. They're there with you, and you don't want to have them actually create a new Chrome identity, but rather just you can use the incognito mode to get where you need to be. Alright, so I'll click drive.google.com. Alright, now at this point you just enter the Google credentials for, let's say, that student, and then you can get right in, download or access things that you need to. And after you close out of the window, there actually won't be that user listed here. Okay, again, we've only linked to 2 accounts. Won't happen if you're using incognito mode. All right, let's close out of that. Okay, let's talk about tabs. Tabs are going to be essentially little windows within windows. Okay, basically pages, if you want to think of them that way, browser pages that you can quickly move through. Tabs can be rearranged if you like. Tabs can also be pinned. All right, so let's say, for example, this YouTube page here, I want to pin this so that it doesn't move. We'll right click on it and we'll choose Pin Tab. Alright, you can see it puts it right over here. That way I can fool around with my other tabs if I want to, and then this one here will remain where it is. Alright, we can unpin it. That will give us the ability to move it around again if we need to. Alright, let's look at some other options here. This one here is actually useful, mute site. So if you're on a website where there's something playing in the back, you can actually mute it. That way any audio coming from the site you're not going to have to hear. Okay? You can reload an individual tab if you want to, and although there isn't a test question on this particular feature, you can remove tabs from within Chrome so that they're in their own window. All right, all you have to do is click and drag it out of the browser. You see that? And then to get the tab back into your original window, just click the tab and drag it back up there. Okay? Pretty easy. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use the Find feature in Google Chrome. Now, this is very useful. If you're looking for specific information on the page, you can't find it with your eyes, well, let Google do the work for you. Okay? You're going to click on the dot menu over here, and then you're going to choose Find. All right, so in this case, I'm going to search for the word garden. Okay? Now, it says that there are 23 times that garden is mentioned on this site. All right, and it's displaying right now the first time it is in orange. All right, you can use these arrows to quickly move from one instance to the next. See that? Back and forth. Okay, very handy tool. All right, you'll also, I believe, see the Find menu under the Edit menu. All right, so Edit, Find, and there are some controls. Okay? Another useful feature built into Google Chrome is the Speak feature. All right? So if you want your text read back to you, you can take advantage of it. The way this is going to work is for you to go ahead first and to select the text that you want read back. All right? Click on the Edit menu, go to Speech, and then choose Start Speaking.
The 140-hectare park lies at the foot of the Corcovado Mountain, far below the right arm of the statue of Christ the Redeemer, and contains more than 6,000 different species of tropical and subtropical plants and trees, including 900 varieties of palm trees,
All right. As you can see, what we did is we stopped the speech by clicking Edit, Speech, and then Stop Speaking. All right. Now, there isn't a way within Chrome to change the voice style. All right, so on the Mac, if you wanted to change it to a different voice, you would have to go to your system preferences. All right, so here I'd click on my Apple System Preferences again, and this is outside Google right here, what I'm showing you. All right, this is an accessibility feature. All right, so we would look for accessibility. It's in the fourth row down, and then under speech, there's our current voice, and we can play that.
Hello, my name is Samantha.
You hear what it sounds like? We could go to another voice, or if we chose customize, we have some other options there as well. Okay? Okay, as you can see here, on the top right area of my Google Chrome browser, I have these little icons. These represent extensions that have been added. Now, extensions are going to give Google Chrome the ability to do more. All right, they will enhance your Chrome experience. All right, and I've actually had somebody show me or bring to my attention that they weren't seeing their extensions. And before I move any further, I want to point out that your address bar here, it is possible for you to have this moved over so far that you can't see your extensions. All right, so if that's the case and you don't see them, you know you've added them, just drag this to the left and then you should see your extensions. All right. Now, some of these are going to be more useful than others. Some of them I find quite handy. I've got a little color picker here. This is useful whenever I work with graphics. I've got a Google Keep shortcut here. There are some that are managed through my tech training domain that are put here automatically. All right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a thing or two about these extensions. For starters, you can rearrange or completely remove them by right-clicking on any one of them. All right, so for example, this one right here, it's my color picker. If I right-click on that, you'll see I have the option to completely remove it from Chrome. Right? Typically when you do that, a new tab will pop up and the developer will ask you, hey, why are you removing this? You just say, whatever the reason was, and then it's gone. All right, that's basically just for their feedback. All right, you can also move these around just like I'm doing here. All right, now you can turn these actually off without removing them. The way you're going to do that is to go back to our dot menu and then click on Settings. Okay, over here on the left hand side, let's click on our hamburger menu and we'll choose Extensions. Alright, so this is going to show us all of our extensions that we have installed now under this account. Now, as you can see, some of these extensions are different. These extensions that have a little orange icon with what appears to be a building on it, that means that they have been added by our organization through a software policy. So as a result, I cannot control whether or not these show up. I have no control of them. I can learn more about them, but I can't turn them on or off. That isn't the case with these others that I've added individually. As you can see, I can toggle these on and off, and if I wanted to remove them from Chrome altogether, I showed you could do that up here. You can also do it in this section. Okay? Let's go back to the hamburger menu, and let me show you how you actually get more extensions. All right? You'll see down at the bottom here the Chrome Web Store. That's a link to it. So we can click on it. And as you can see, there are many, many to choose from, and they're divided up based on category. You can click on a category here. I'll choose, let's see, productivity. And these are geared specifically for someone who wants to be productive. A lot of these are educational as well. All right, and so it's just a matter of clicking on the extension and then adding it to Chrome. All right, click Add Extension. This is a PDF reader, it looks like. All right, and then here it is here. All right, to remove it, simply right-click, and then choose Remove from Chrome. And there's the survey we talked about earlier. You actually don't have to do that. You can just close out of the tab. Okay?